Chosen One, this is it. October 2025, the moment everything changes. The month the spiritual battlefield reveals its final round. The attacks, the delays, the confusion, none of it was random. You've been tested, refined, and pushed to your edge because your destiny is about to unfold. The enemy wanted you to quit right before your breakthrough. But you didn't come this far to give up now. You're standing in the final battle, and heaven is watching how you finish it. This is your divine turning point, your moment to rise, to reclaim your power, to step fully into who God created you to be. So before we begin, hit that subscribe button, Chosen One, because this message is for you. Watch till the end, because what you're about to hear could be the confirmation you've been praying for. Chosen One, have you felt it? That strange, heavy silence lately? The world around you has gone quiet. Conversations have faded, connections have disappeared, and everything feels like it's paused. It's not emptiness, it's not failure, it's divine suspense. Heaven often goes silent right before it moves powerfully. You've been wondering why your prayers seem unanswered, why doors haven't opened, why everything feels uncertain. But listen closely. God hasn't gone missing. He's positioning. The silence you feel is not rejection. It's strategy. You've been in a spiritual training ground without realizing it. Every delay, every lonely night, every unanswered question, it's been sharpening your spirit. The silence before the war is when heaven equips its warriors. You've been sensing the tension because something massive is about to break open. The enemy knows it too. That's why he's been trying to wear you down, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. He wants you tired, distracted, doubting. Because once you stand tall in your purpose, his influence over you ends. But here's the truth. The battle is already being fought in realms you cannot see. Your angels are in motion, moving pieces, preparing miracles, silencing enemies who plot against you. You may feel nothing happening, but heaven's army is already on the field. That silence isn't a void, it's a signal. It's the divine countdown before your breakthrough. The darkness tried to cage your light, but you refused to dim. Every tear you've shed has become oil for your next anointing. Every heartbreak has turned into armor. Every delay has made you sharper. Chosen One, you are not being delayed. You're being developed. The silence means your sword is being forged. The final battle requires a stronger, wiser, more spiritually awake version of you. And that's exactly who you've been becoming. So when you feel that eerie stillness, don't panic, don't run, be still, and know. Heaven hasn't forgotten you. The universe is holding its breath because your name is about to be called. The quiet isn't punishment, it's preparation. The silence isn't absence, it's alignment. And when the sky finally breaks open, your victory will echo through every realm. This is the part that hurts the most. The part where loyalty fades, where silence replaces support, and where you begin to realize that not everyone who smiled at you was for you. Chosen One, this is the chapter where you walk alone. The betrayal, the confusion, the heartbreak that cuts deeper than words ever could. You've seen people you trusted shift overnight. You've watched familiar faces become strangers. You've learned that not everyone can celebrate your light. Some only loved you when you were dim. But listen closely. This betrayal is not here to break you. It's here to birth you. When God begins to elevate a soul, He first separates it. He clears the path so your spirit can rise without the weight of those who can't survive at your altitude. Not everyone can breathe where you're going. They were never meant to go with you to the next level. Some were lessons, not lifetimes. They had to leave because their loyalty couldn't survive your breakthrough. And this October, the truth will reveal itself. The masks will fall. The energy around you will shift. You'll finally understand why those people walked away. It wasn't rejection, it was divine redirection. God is removing the noise so you can hear His voice. Remember, even Jesus was betrayed, and not by strangers, but by someone sitting at His table. That betrayal wasn't the end. It was the beginning of His glory. The same applies to you. Betrayal is confirmation that elevation is near. So, don't let their deceit harden your heart. Let it refine your discernment. Don't lose your kindness. Strengthen your boundaries. Don't chase what left. Trust what's coming. Every fake friend, every cold shoulder, every back turned against you. They're all part of the prophecy. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to stand apart. Because when this final battle ends, the same people who whispered against you will have to watch your light rise higher than they ever imagined. They'll realize too late what heaven already knew. You were chosen all along. Chosen one. Have you noticed how nothing seems to make sense lately? You've prayed, you've worked, you've done everything right, and yet life feels like it's spinning in circles. You take 2 steps forward, only to be pulled 3 steps back. The things you thought were blessings vanish overnight. The plans you made keep falling apart. You're tired. You're confused. You're wondering, God, what's happening? But listen closely. This isn't chaos. This is divine construction. The final battle doesn't test your comfort. It tests your faith. It's not about what you can see. It's about what you still believe when everything visible collapses. Every confusion, every unanswered prayer, every closed door. They're not punishments, they're preparations. Heaven is rearranging your entire story behind the scenes. What you call delay, God calls direction. What you call failure, heaven calls foundation. The pain you feel isn't random. It's refining you for what's next. You had to lose what was temporary to receive what's eternal. You had to be emptied of what was fake so you could be filled with what's real. Every tear, every setback, every night you cried in silence. They're shaping you into something unstoppable. Chosen one, stop trying to make sense of what was never meant to be understood. Some seasons aren't meant to explain. They're meant to strengthen. God is not asking you to figure it out. He's asking you to trust Him through it. Remember this: diamonds are born in darkness, not daylight. Warriors are forged in fire, not comfort. You are not losing your life. You are leveling up. The truth is, you've already won. You're just walking through the process that reveals the victory. The enemy is trying to convince you it's over, but heaven has already declared your success. So when nothing makes sense, that's your signal to stand still, to breathe, to trust. Because faith isn't loud, it's steady. And the very moment you choose not to quit, heaven stands up and declares, the battle is over, the victory is yours. Now listen carefully, chosen one. This is the point where many warriors fall. This is the stage where the pressure feels unbearable, the storms get violent, and the weight of life feels like it's crushing your chest. You're not imagining it. The energy around you has intensified because you are standing at the edge of your destiny. Right before your greatest breakthrough comes your hardest battle. That's why this month has felt heavier than usual. You've been exhausted for no reason. You've been waking up anxious, overthinking everything, doubting your progress, questioning your purpose. The enemy knows you're inches away from crossing into the season of abundance, so he's throwing everything at you. He's using fear to paralyze you. He's using temptation to distract you. He's using fatigue to drain your spirit. He's using people's opinions to plant seeds of doubt. But hear this. The very fact that you're under this much pressure means you've already triggered something powerful in the spirit realm. The darkness only attacks what threatens it. So if you've been feeling under fire, congratulations. You're closer to your calling than ever before. But this is where you must fight differently. You don't fight this battle with anger, revenge, or panic. You fight it with faith. You fight it by being still when chaos screams around you. You fight it by remembering that your strength doesn't come from this world. It comes from your divine connection to God. Every negative force that has been following you, jealousy, betrayal, anxiety, fear, will soon collapse under the weight of divine justice. You don't have to chase revenge. Heaven is already taking notes. October 2025 is your final test. The last attempt of darkness to drag you back into old patterns, toxic cycles, and self-doubt. But you've outgrown that version of yourself. You've evolved. You've stepped into awareness. You now see through illusions that once fooled you. This is not the time to quit. It's the time to armor up. Pray harder. Protect your peace. Sharpen your focus. Build boundaries. And most importantly, believe in yourself like heaven believes in you. Remember this. When the enemy can't destroy you, he'll try to distract you. Don't take the bait. The distractions are traps meant to delay your destiny. Keep your eyes on the promise, not the problem. This final attack is not punishment. It's proof. Proof that your victory is near. Proof that you are chosen. Because only a warrior standing at the threshold of destiny faces resistance this fierce. The storm doesn't rage at empty skies. It rages where light is about to break through. So when the world gets darker, smile, because that's how you know the dawn is closer than ever. And then it happens. The breakthrough doesn't explode like thunder. It arrives like a sunrise, quiet, peaceful, certain. The same world that once felt heavy now feels light. The chaos fades, the fear dissolves, the confusion finally clears. What was delayed suddenly aligns. What was lost finds its way back. What was impossible now becomes effortless. This is the moment heaven's been preparing you for. Every sleepless night, every unanswered prayer, every battle that made you cry on the floor, it wasn't wasted. It was building you. This October, your story flips. Everything you went through now connects like puzzle pieces, forming a divine picture. You'll begin to see signs, repeating numbers, strange coincidences, unexpected blessings, and even people returning to make peace. Doors that once slammed in your face will now open without resistance. These are confirmations, signs from heaven saying, you passed your final test. You're not the same person who started this journey. You've been broken and rebuilt, tested and transformed. You've walked through darkness and learned how to carry your own light. You've faced storms that would have destroyed others, and yet here you are, still standing, stronger, wiser, woken. The truth is, this battle was never about defeating the world. It was about defeating your doubt, about realizing that what you were searching for outside was always within you. God didn't need to prove his power. He needed you to discover yours. He needed you to see what he already saw. A warrior who refuses to fall. A soul chosen to rise. Now your season of survival ends. The season of manifestation begins. The waiting is over. The war is done. The old version of you, the fearful, uncertain, doubtful version, no longer exists. So take a deep breath, chosen one. Step forward with gratitude, not fear. The storm has passed. The sun has risen, and heaven smiles as your destiny begins to unfold. Because the prophecy has come true, you were always meant to rise. Chosen one, you made it. You didn't just survive the storm, you mastered it. October 2025 wasn't meant to destroy you, it was meant to reveal you. Every attack, every sleepless night, every time you felt like breaking down, it was all preparing you for this moment. This final battle was never about the enemy outside. It was about the enemy within. The fear, the doubt, the hesitation. But look at you now, stronger, wiser, unstoppable. You've stepped into your divine identity. You're no longer chasing purpose, you're living it. The heaviness is lifting. The confusion is clearing. The people who walked away were never meant to stand in your victory circle. What's coming next will make sense of everything you've endured. Because when God restores, He multiplies. So stand tall, warrior of light. You're walking into your season of miracles. The doors you once knocked on are about to open wide. The very thing that broke you will now bless you. This is your rebirth, your redemption, your rise. The prophecy is fulfilled. The chosen one has awakened. Your breakthrough is here. Your destiny is unlocked. And your story is just beginning. If this message spoke to your soul, don't leave without sharing it with another chosen one. Hit subscribe, drop a "I'm ready for my breakthrough" in the comments, and remember, the storm was proof of your power.